Hey everybody, Yakira's here. Welcome back. Continuing right where we left off with the Outer Worlds, part 3 of the Charming Gunslinger build. Let's go. Let's go into Saltuna Cannery, see if we can advance the main mission a little bit. For a reminder of those who might have forgotten, we need to go up here and find a power regulator for our ship. The Unreliable's power regulator has been damaged beyond repair and must be replaced. Ada suggests you seek help in the nearby settlement of Edgewater. Talk to whoever runs the town. You learn that a man named Reed Thompson is in charge of Edgewater. He might be able to help you find the part that you need to fix up the ship. I'm sure it's not going to be that easy, but let's give it a shot. Let's stow that, pull our pistol out. Oh, those are all... Yeah, I don't want to steal in here. I have no idea where the cameras are. Cannery worker. Let's talk to one of these cannery workers real quick here.
Sorry, I've got a lot to do.
Okay. Well, I tried. What about her?
Just gotta keep our heads up.
Alright, well, that's not gonna work. Okay, let's head out on up this elevator here.
The grease monkey, Argo?
I'm sorry, Mr. Thompson, sir. You asked why it's taking so long to fix. The answer's technical.
Don't apologize. Just try using small words for me.
The can's bust open in the oven because she's set to cook saltuna, which isn't what we've got. Mr. Thompson? I think there's someone here to see you.
Focus, Miss Holcomb. You and I are still talking. Let's start over. Walk me through the process. Show me where it's going awry.
Well, sure. It's, mostly on account of what we're feeding into the mechanism.
It puts food in cans. We have food, we have cans. Why won't it work like we need?
She's expecting saltuna of a certain size. We're filling the cans with, well, not fish.
Okay, that's quite interesting.
Seems we've got a guest. Really now, Parvati, I do wish you'd spoken up. I do apologize. I was given no forewarning of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the gates myself.
Are you Reed? I was told I should talk to you. You must be the town boss. I'll wait till you're finished. Let's just be polite. I'll wait till you're finished.
You were saying, Miss Holcomb.
It's just what Bess needs is a proper refurbish. I can bandage her up and what all, but she's just old. Sorry, I'm sorry. I'll do better.
And I do wish you'd stop referring to our cannery as Bess. Personification of company property is strictly contrary to the Spacer's Choice Code of Conduct. My apologies. I am not in the habit of allowing my guests to witness such a row. Now, what can I do for you?
Are you Reed? I was told I should talk to you. You must be the town boss. We can start with introductions. I'm Charlie Zim. There we go.
I'm Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator. I cannot help but notice you are not in uniform.
It's because I answer to no one. Reed. I think you might have the wrong idea about me, which is pretty much what I just said. Uniform? What are you talking about? I don't work for Spacer's Choice. I think you might have the wrong idea about me.
Yes, so it dawns on me. Seems I allowed my excitement to run away with my wits. Been a few seasons since we've had a visitor pass through.
My ship needs repairs. I'm looking for a power regulator. I don't plan on staying long.
I understand. Your business is your own. Nonetheless, you are welcome in our little outpost. Outsiders are a rare sight in the Vale. If you are a freelancer, then I have use for you. There is pay to be earned, or supplies to tide you over, as you prefer.
What sort of help do you need? My ship needs repairs. I'm looking for a power regulator. You're pretty quick to trust me. Hey, I'm just passing through. Let's do my ship needs repairs.
Only regulator we got is hooked up to the town transformer. Mr. Thompson ain't liable to be keen on dismantling it.
I beg your pardon. I am most emphatically not keen on any such thing. I can't let you have our power regulator. But I happen to know of another one. And I happen to know exactly how you may retrieve it without frying yourself in the process.
I always prefer not to fry myself when at all possible. Let's hear it. Frying myself. Let me guess. You want me to do something for you before you halt me.
My proposition benefits the both of us. Please, hear me out. There's a power regulator in the old botanical lab. It's mostly abandoned, so all
Mostly.
that power is being squandered. Go down to the geothermal plant. Reroute power from the botanical district over to us. Once their power's shut down, you can have their regulator and be along on your way.
When you say mostly abandoned, what do you mean? That's a lot to ask of a stranger. Tell me about this geothermal plant. Tell me about this geothermal plant.
The geothermal plant was built by our owners, Spacer's Choice. Lit up the whole Vale once upon a time. Most of the Vale is now abandoned. All that power is going to waste.
Alright, let's do this one. You want all that power going to your cannery? You said one of your own people of the plant. Let's find out about all the power coming here, because it seems like it's doing pretty good as it is right now.
We could use the power. Cannery's been struggling. If we don't ramp up productivity, the company might cut us loose.
Couldn't have that. I suppose that's fair. This botanical lab you mentioned, you said it was mostly abandoned. You sent one of your own people. Have you tried being better at your jobs? Let's ask about sending his own people.
I'm afraid I can't spare the workers. We're strapped for bodies as it is. And there is a small element of personal danger.
What kind of danger?
Marauders. Bloodthirsty lunatics. A lot of them.
You should have opened with that. Anything else you want from me? Not afraid of a few marauders. Let's see here.
I was not entirely sure how to tell you this. The botanical labs are not legally inhabited, but there are people who live there.
What a surprise. I would never guess. Tell me what they need to do. Don't think these people will take kindly to losing their power. You mean marauders? Marauders are people. Yeah, let's do you mean marauders? Marauders are people.
The people living in the botanical labs, they're deserters, former workers. I need them back at their posts. I need them to come home.
You gonna give them like complete amnesty? Is that what I'm hearing? Tell me what you need to do. Why? When we solve your deserter problem, I charge by the head. Ooh, that's a good one. Tell me what I need to do. Why? Well, he just said they were strapped for workers, so I don't think that's a good question. Yeah, I'm gonna go charge. If you want me to solve your deserter problem, I'll charge by the head.
Oh no, I don't want you killing anyone, least of all them.
He wants them back
My hope is
at
that
work.
by cutting off their power, you will convince those deserters to come back to town. Before you go to the plant, I want you to stop by the botanical lab. Speak to their leader, Adelaide. Tell her the power's about to go, and that it's time her band of deserters came back to town.
All right, Reed. I'll see what I can do to help you, or how will I recognize Aladale or whoever it is. Can't make any promises. Let's do this one. This one seems the most helpful. How will I recognize whoever?
Adelaide's older than the other
Adelaide.
deserters. She's dignified, kindly. From what I understand, her camp looks to her for leadership.
These workers must have left town for a reason. What if Adelaide doesn't want to come back? You're asking me to cut off power to an entire community. What if Adelaide doesn't want to come back?
That is not a hypothetical I enjoy entertaining. We need Adelaide back. Nonetheless, I will settle for the return of her followers. We belong to one community, the Spacer's Choice family. If we dissolve into factions, then we will all perish separately. Adelaide will understand that.
All right, Reed. I'll see what I can do to help you.
My dad told me all about the plant. Taught me all he knew. I could come in useful.
We gonna partner up?
I mean, if that's all right with you, Mr. Thompson. Sir.
I thought you
have
couldn't
taken
spare anybody.
ways with Miss Holcomb, but I cannot deny that she is talented and may prove useful to you. You will need an administrative passcode in order to enter the plant. I am trusting you with mine, and trusting Miss Holcomb to guide you if you'd like.
Sure, I could use the company. I'll take her.
Great. I got my wrenches and diagnosticators and hairpins and engine tape, so I'm all set.
You got some
Well,
guns?
I am glad to hear that. Best of luck to you, and thank you again for your help. It is a lot to ask of a stranger, I know.
Let's get going. Companions. You've gained a companion. These are characters that join you in your adventures and help in a variety of ways. Companions provide combat support, assuming she's actually got guns instead of just hairpins and duct tape and wrenches. Their skills enhance your skills. They increase your carry capacity. You can unlock special companion combat abilities with the inspiration skill, which I don't really care about. Learn more about your companions in the companion ledger. Okay. All right.
Let's
talk.
Clear out of Mr. Thompson's office before we talk.
Yeah, he seems sketchy. Let's go.
We better clear out of Mr. Thompson's office before we talk.
This is considered his office? He's got you all paranoid, doesn't he? Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and save the game right here. Let's keep going, guys.
Hey, mister, can we talk? Sorry.
I've been trying to do that to you.
Sorry. You just want to get out of here. And you likely don't want to tag along like me. It's just, Mr. Thompson has his own view on matters, on account of it's his job and what all, but that's not the only side of the tale.
This is about the deserters, so what's the other side of it? Figures. Reed didn't exactly strike me as the most honest soul. What he said seemed pretty straightforward to me. If I wanted to deal with nuance, I wouldn't be this heavily armed. Let's move. It's about deserters, so what's the other side of it? Yeah, let's listen to that.
To Mr. Thompson, a person's a gear. It does its job quiet-like. If it squeaks or stutters, it gets replaced. The deserters are decent folk. I knew some of them before they left.
Can't blame anybody for wanting to leave. This town's got issues. How well did you know the deserters? You work with them? You were friends or what? Did you know this Adelaide or whatever her name is? Reed mentioned? I'm sure the deserters are very fine people. So what? Yeah, let's do this one. How well did you know the deserters?
I don't know anybody well. I mostly listened to them talk, kept my head down. There was a boy named Thomas who used to follow me around, asking questions about the stuff I fixed. He was real sweet to me. Not any sort of dissident.
Did you know this?
Miss McDevitt? Oh, gosh, no. She was a real important person. A flavorist. Made all the food taste decent. She used to work up in the big office with Mr. Thompson. All I know is she left after her son died. It was a real big to-do. I could hear them both yelling clear from my own place.
All right. Can't blame anybody for wanting to leave. This town's got issues.
Life's hard here. Especially for them that don't fit in so well. We're one big Spacer's Choice family, but every family's got the one the rest whisper about. Mr. Thompson's aiming to take away their power. They'll have no lights to see, nor heat to cook. They'll be at the mercy of marauders, or worse. I think you should talk to the town's vicar about it. Max, his name is.
Interesting. I suppose it couldn't hurt. We'll stop by. What do we need to talk about to the victor about? Flipping a switch in your power mill? Where would I find him?
About if what Mr. Thompson proposes to do is upright. Leaving Miss McDevitt's folk to their fate. Their neighbors. Kin. And maybe he can think of something else to try. Something we ain't. He used to go walking outside town. Maybe he found something that'll help. It's just an idea. That's all.
Suppose it couldn't hurt. We'll stop by. Where would I find him?
The mission's on the east side of town. You can't miss it. On account of it being the only clean thing.
I suppose it couldn't hurt. We'll stop
Thanks,
by.
mister. I just think when you gotta make a decision that'll hurt somebody, it's best to think on the right and wrong of it. That's what my dad used to say anyways.
I like Parvati. She's alright. She's okay. What kind of gear you got there? Do we have... Let's go to inventory. Can I switch characters? No, apparently not. Journal. Codex, what's new here? I'm guessing probably a lot. Companions. When you see this bubble above their head, try talking to them. They might have something interesting to say. Okay, gotcha. Okay, well, let's head on out. Let's head over to... which way do we need to go? Region. Let's take a look at the region map here. No, that's not where I want to go. Junkyard, Edgewatch, whatever. Hold on. Let me go to my quests. Stranger in a Strange Land. Let's not do that one yet. Let's speak to Vicar. Yeah, let's do that one. Alright, she said east side, I think. She said, yeah, there it is. Vicar Max.
I'm sorry.
Is he gonna be... Oh yeah, he's gonna be inside the town walls. Okay. How do we get in here? I think we gotta go around this way. Ran right past the entrance.
I've always felt weird in here. It's too clean.
Alright, let's talk to Vicar here.
Yes, what is it? You're an outsider. Fantastic. Vicar Maximilian de Soto at your service. Or Vicar Max if you're the sort who prefers brevity. And Ms. Holcomb as well. How rare to see you out. And with a complete stranger. Curious.
Just tagging along, Vicar DeSoto. Don't mind me.
I so rarely get new people to talk to. Name your poison, anything at all. Spiritual counseling, this season's tossball predictions, the quickest way out of town.
Pavarotti wanted to talk to you about what Reed asked us to do. How did you know I'm an outsider? What sort of spiritual advice do you offer here? I just thought of something else I need to be doing. Let's ask him about this first.
They who are not satisfied with their work are satisfied with nothing. No. How about, work fortifies the spirit. True exhaustion awaits idle hands.
Sure, okay, whatever. I was actually asking what your religion was all about. Seriously? That's what you're selling here? I was actually asking what your religion was all about.
The OSI teaches that the Grand Architect set a perfect system in motion at the beginning of time. Contentment is found by accepting one's role in that grand plan.
What does the OSI stand for? How do you talk to this Grand Architect? Prayer, meditation, or what? What does OSI stand for?
The Order of Scientific Inquiry, also known as scientism to the layperson.
If he starts saying that Tom Cruise was a prophet, I'm going to have to just say we're done here and move on. How do you talk to this Grand Architect? Prayer, meditation, or what? OSI, scientism, not very religious sounding. You sure you just didn't make it all up? Let's not insult him quite yet.
You don't talk to the Grand Architect.
Silly
Once the
me.
universe was set in motion, it stepped back. It has no concern for us.
Doesn't sound like a very motivational religious philosophy. What's there to aspire to? So what's your part in all this besides counseling people? Pretty weak religion you got there. Follow a preordained plan. Sounds like a lot of fun. Pretty much done here. Doesn't sound like a very motivational religious philosophy. What's there to aspire to?
We will eventually decode the plan and all its intricacies. Once we are able to deduce the properties of every particle in the universe and its trajectory, we will know everything. The future, the past, each person's place within the plan, all will be laid out before us, removing struggle and bringing peace. No one will ever need question their path again. Some even believe this ultimate knowledge will unlock mankind's true potential, and we will all become akin to Grand Architects ourselves, after a fashion.
Really? Removing all struggle? That doesn't exactly seem like conducive to a healthy life. Okay, that seems unlikely. Really, how does that work? Tell me more. Okay, that seems unlikely. Tell me more.
Well, first there's the matter of the secret blood rites and animal sacrifices. I'm kidding. Seriously, though, to truly understand the metaphysics involved takes years of study and contemplation.
Pavarotti wanted to talk to you. I just wanted to... about what Reed asked us to. How'd you know I'm an outsider?
I've never seen you before, and there's been no paperwork indicating a transfer. Half the time it's wrong, but a new worker without paperwork? Unheard of. Also, you lack the distinctive worker gaze. Usually either a deadening behind the eyes, or in some rare cases, a wild-eyed frenzy, like a trapped animal. Pretty universal here, except for Ms. Holcomb, who, for some reason, doesn't seem to have much to say to me. Isn't that right?
It's just... there's more to it all than numbers. Sorry.
Maybe it's because you're so dismissive, quite inappropriate for a vicar, isn't it? I'm a bit surprised to hear you dismiss your parishioners so casually.
I'm simply bemoaning the level of spiritual awareness in this town.
Isn't it your job to raise that? That's got to be tough. Sounds like you're terrible at your job, Vicar. Isn't it your job to raise that?
Yes, but there are few who hear me in this miserable place. I must double my efforts to elevate my flock. These are good, hard-working people here.
Hold on a minute. Did you just refer to this town as a miserable place?
Yes, and thank you for pointing it out. It is wrong of me to succumb to distress. This place could be so much more, and I will continue in my quest to make it so.
Alright, Pavarotti wanted me to talk to you about what Reed asked us to do.
What? I thought you would talk to him.
You wanted to speak to me, Ms. Holcomb? Every time I've tried to engage you in conversation, you look at the floor, answer in single words, and slink away. I can't imagine what would be so grave as to drive her to my mission. What has Mr. Thompson asked you to do?
Fix the geothermal plant. Cut off the power to Adelad's deserters. Cut power to deserters. If you could answer quickly, we're in a hurry. Cut off the power to her deserters.
Depriving them of safety from the marauders and wildlife. I can see why that troubles you. Miss Holcomb has a soft heart. Always has, if you believe the talk.
So what do you advise? What do you think of Adelaide's group, Vicar? Right, great. Can we wrap this up? What do you think of her group? Yeah.
They rejected the order of society and live beyond the walls so thoughtfully provided by our Spacer's Choice patrons. Does that strike you as a responsible life choice?
Sounds like liberty to me. So what do you advise?
Assuming your goal is to save as many as possible, then you should bring everyone together. Send the power to Edgewater and convince the deserters to return to the fold.
Is that even possible? Right. Just talk to everybody into coming together. I'll keep that in mind. Sounds like I've got my work cut out for me. Thank you for your time. It's been a waste of time. Let's go, Parvati. Is that even possible?
Not if things are left to stand as they are. If you don't mind a bit of unsolicited advice, be cautious on your way to the geothermal plant. It is not as safe as you might assume.
And why is that?
One of the reasons I transferred here was to fulfill my duty in hunting down banned heretical texts. I happen to know such a book is, as we speak, tainting a collector's library in Emerald Vale. However, the collector's residence lies outside the town's walls. My retrieval efforts have been thwarted by marauders who have overrun the property. Should you fare better than me, I'd pay a handsome sum for the book.
A handsome sum, you say? Tell me more. Why would a vicar be after a banned heretical book? I suppose you want to burn it once you get your hands on it. Let's ask this one.
I just want to keep the writing out of layman's hands. It wouldn't do for such information to fall into public consumption.
You make a compelling argument. It seems to me the authorities would be interested to hear after this contraband text. I need to know a little bit more about this book before I agree to this. Let's say this one. It seems to me the authorities would be interested to hear about you're after this contraband text.
On the contrary, my position means that I am one of the few legally allowed to possess such items. But do not worry. You'll be safe since you are acting on my behalf.
Make a compelling argument. Maybe I'll get your book and sell it to someone else. Oh.
I can assure you, you won't find another willing to risk imprisonment to possess this book, nor anyone willing to pay the price I can offer.
You make a compelling argument. Okay.
Glad we see eye to eye. It's a handwritten journal, a faded blue cover with the name M. Bakonu handwritten in the lower corner. I'll mark where I saw it on your map. Assuming you're serious?
I'll look for your book. I need to know a little bit more about this book before I agree to this. Yeah, we'll do that one.
It is not only a beautiful relic of a bygone time, it's also the thoughts of an early thinker on the nature of man's place in the cosmos. Not many in this colony could understand its true value, should they ever read it.
Are we hunting for a Bible? Because it sounds like we're hunting for a Bible. I'll look for your book.
Thank you. If you retrieve it, you can always find me here.
Alrighty. Alright, I'm sure we got some more missions here. Side quest, iRobot. Companion quest, illustrated manual. When the collector had to abandon his home, he hid the banned book in a small cave along with some other contraband. Travel this cave and retrieve it. Deliver Reed's message. Yeah, let's do that one first. Well, hold on. Let me do this one, see where that is. So that's up here. That's not too far. And then where is... Let's see here. So we'll do that one first, and then we'll head up here. Okay, let's do the illustrated manual first. Alright, let's get moving. No time like the present. I'm gonna go ahead and save since that was a long conversation. I don't want to have to go through that again. Okay, is there an exit like right? Yeah, there's an exit like right. Oh wait, I bet you can fast travel. I don't want to fast travel to the community center, honestly. Where am I about to exit at? South? I'm assuming this is north. I don't see a legend anywhere. Okay, I think we'll be alright going this way. Okay, whoa. Holy. Hey, we got the Aurora. I can't stop playing games with Aurora Borealis. But this is a whole nother level. Man, can you imagine? I'm sure there are planets out there that this actually is how it looks at night. God, I can't even imagine where we at. We're all the way on the opposite side. Of course, I ran out the wrong side. It's alright, let's just run around. Be faster. I don't think... Can I click somewhere on the map and do a fast travel? Or I can't I? Okay, can't do that. That would have been nice. But no, can't. At least get in the area. Where's she? Is she with me? Yeah, she is. Is she armed? Let me talk to you about your loadout.
Something you need?
We mentioned perception. I noticed you mentioned your dad a lot, but never your mother.
That's on account of how I never met her.
You mean she's dead? How's that possible? I'm sorry.
I don't rightly know. She was in another division of the Spacer's Choice family. She worked in the Vale a few months, sorting the cannery computers. Her contract said any kids she had, expected or not, belonged to her office from the time of conception. So when I was born, I got sent here.
Is that normal? That's inhuman.
I don't know about normal. Dad said she worked under some kind of special contract. It's sensible. Dad just fixed machines. She did some kind of crazy math, high-level stuff. Better to raise me on his time than hers.
Yeah, because heaven forbid some of that high-level stuff rubs off on you. You mentioned something earlier that I wanted to ask you about.
You mean about the mission being too clean?
Isn't it supposed to be clean as a church?
I know, but Vicker says the universe is a machine, that it runs by law. Real machines have gunked up oil, scratches, and worn bits. You can tell they've seen handling, been used by folk. The machine Vicker sees is one ain't never been run. It's not for people to live in. It's something on a museum shelf, under glass.
You're a mechanic. Whenever you see a machine, it's a need for fixing. Oh, very philosophical. It's an ideal, not what we want to live in, but it's what we strive for. Then why did you want to talk to him? Huh. Yeah, that's a good question. Then why do you want to talk to him?
Vicker's about the only soul in the Vale who spends his time thinking on what is and ain't right. It's just that when he looks at me, I feel I disappoint him.
Let's get back to it. Alright, I think she's a little hard on herself. I still like her. She just needs a confidence boost. If I can find a self-confidence injection, I'll make sure hook her up with a dose. Alright, let's run out this way. I don't know if it's rude to jump over people's graves, but here we are. Thank God that's not a mine. Thing would have just threw me into frickin' orbit. Okay. Let's head this way. Looked like an underwater mine. I think we need to start being a little more cautious here on this cave entrance. Let's go this way. I wish we had more of these little things around here. This Dr. Seuss sort of stuff looks really cool. This world looks like a much better version of No Man's Sky. To me, it's so... Oh my gosh. Check that out. The sparks just floating around. That's so beautiful. I mean, it's definitely going to cause a forest fire within about 5 or 6 minutes, but it's very beautiful. Transport wreckage discovered. Alright, is that like somewhere I can fast travel to? Apparently so. Okay. Let's be a little extra cautious here. I'm gonna get low.
Got it? Inside voices.
Yes, inside voices. Pavarotti. Parvati, sorry. Pavarotti. She's the 4th tenor. Okay. Oh, this is such a good game. You know it's gonna be well guarded, yeah. Is that a mine? What is it? It's turning red. Alright, let's skill up here. Might start adding some to melee, but I think I'm gonna stick with ranged. Let's do let's add more to dialogue. I think I'm gonna do half the dialogue until I get probably up to 80. I'm gonna always do half the dialogue. Then after that, might do some medical, maybe some leadership now that I got somebody to lead around. 20%. I don't see that. Okay, let's go with. That seems kind of important, but I'm not interested in it. Like, it's not sexy, so I'm gonna go with ranged. All right. Wait a minute. Is there more? I think there is. I get a perk. Oh. Hold on. Yeah, no, we need to. Hold on. I need to apply that. There we go. Now let's go to perks. Now I get to pick another perk, huh? I could do another. Oh, that's already fully purchased. I can't level that one up again. I think the other one I talked about was toughness, base health. It's good now that I've played the game a little bit. I can appreciate these a little bit better. +5 armor rating, which is kind of like having more health. 50% more XP from companion kills. That might come in handy. It's a better one to get earlier rather than later, obviously. Okay. I think I'm going to go with base health. Bump that up. That's the simpleton's decision right there. So, yeah, we'll accept that. There we go. Okay. Oh, man. How am I supposed to get past this? There's a whole bunch of them. Good God. These things look like they're going to be bad. I'm going to set it off. This one should blow up both of those. How bad she get hurt? Not too bad. Oh, it only did one? Oh, sneaky, aren't you? Uh-huh. Can I run past it? Okay, can you stay here? Can I get you to stay?
Something you need?
Stay right here. Oh, can't order her to stay. Wait. What's this? X. C.
On my way.
No. Stay here.
Back.
Okay, you stay right here. I want to run past this thing. If I can. That hurt. Yeah, so much for following my orders. Okay, nothing back there. Oh, it blew this one up too. That's good. It got all three of them. Some mag picks. Alright, let's pick it.
Easy.
There's the journal. Very good. Alright, well, I think we can just fast travel on back. Yeah. I don't have hostiles nearby. What hostiles? What happens if we go this way? Curious. Oh, it's just a different way. Okay, let's try this now. I think we just needed to get out of that area. Really? Hostiles? Alright. I guess that's a good way to check to see if you're in enemy territory. Use that map. Alright. No big deal. Really wasn't that far. Alright, that worked. Can I go in that door? Nope. How about this door? Yes. I figure we'll just fast travel back to the cave when we're, or the derailed train area when we get done completing this little side mission. It just, wow. Talk to these guys, see if they got anything to say.
Hey there, Mary. Don't see you round here too often.
Oh, I just came to talk to the vicar is all. None of us are above confessionals.
Okay.
Any progress on that matter we discussed?
Got you. Wait, I want to read that book.
Get it.
I want to read that book real quick. You seem pretty concerned about this book. Can you care to tell me
A
why?
religious text deemed heretical by the OSI is an unsafe object at large. Though I understand why a collector would desire to possess such a rare book. Because I'm also a collector of books. Rare things in this colony. Appreciation of the written word outside monthly periodicals is virtually unknown here.
Alright, I want to read this book. See if I can read it. Sit. Handwritten journal with the name M. Bakanyu scrawled on the lower corner. Let's inspect it. I can't open it. I'd like to open it. I'd really like to open it. Okay. You know, part of me thinks maybe what's her name might want it. Oh, Our Lady for the one I can't pronounce. This lady, Adelaide. Yeah, let's go to the community center and just go in that way. I think we'll be alright going that way. Maybe it'd be better to go this way. Let's give this a shot. Okay. Yep, let's go ahead and save. Resume. And which way do we need to go? That away. Not that far, really. What's this here? Something's leather boa. I hear something monstrous over there. Well, Orpheus or whatever. That does not sound good. I wonder what this area is. I kind of want to go around the behind it. No, thank you. I'll waste my picks. This wasn't so bad. Thought I was going to be sneaking past waves and waves of marauders. This wasn't so bad. Oh, what's this? A cannon, huh?
Move along, stranger. We don't want any trouble.
Who said that? Oh, you. Man, that's some good camo. Hey.
I don't know you. Whatever you're looking for, it ain't here. Move along.
What's your problem? I'm looking for. No, I need some answers. What's your problem?
Armed strangers wandering into my camp for one. Some of my camp wandering out for another.
Oh, so you don't let people leave freely. Okay. You obviously run a tight ship. Who's been wandering out of your camp? I'm looking for Adelaide. Need some answers.
Got anything in you besides questions? No, I'm sorry. That was unworthy of me. Lady named Zoe went missing some nights ago. Just up and vanished without a trace. Now I'm pacing around wondering if marauders got to her.
Probably. I'll keep an eye out. You always go looking for her. Don't tell me you're scared of a few marauders. Yeah, don't tell me you're scared of a few marauders.
I've crossed off my share of marauders. This ain't about them. I go looking for Zoe, I leave the camp undefended, seeing as I'm the only one of us who knows her way around a gun. Hence my dilemma.
I'll keep an eye out. Any idea where she might be hiding? Maybe the marauders took her away. How well do you know her? How about I'll keep an eye out? Let's see here. No, let's do any idea where she might be hiding.
Vex me. If she told anybody, they ain't telling me. I'd check her room, but I got yelled at for snooping once already.
You snooped around her room? I'll keep an eye out. Maybe the marauders took her away. How well do you know her? You snooped around her room.
A little ways ago. She was always obsessing over her serial dramas. Wanted to see what the fuss was about.
Keep an eye out. Maybe the marauders took her away. How well do you know her?
Well, enough to know we never got on. Zoe and Stefan were close. If anybody knows the workings of her mind, he does.
Stefan, check. You seem so personable. I can't imagine why you didn't get along with her.
She was lazy and thoughtless, but she's still one of our own.
Maybe the marauders took her away.
Could be. Dangers aplenty out there. No telling why marauders would steal somebody like Zoe. Got no useful skills far as I could tell.
Okay. Any chance you could point me somewhere specific, not just out there?
Marauder gang just moved into the districts a little ways east. Their numbers are growing. Gotta come from somewhere.
Alright, I'll keep an eye out.
It's not like Zoe to go wandering. Figured she might be out scavenging, but that ain't exactly her talent. Can't imagine where she's gone. Vale's a wide place. She could be anywhere.
Unless marauders got to her. Then parts of her could be in a lot of places. Yeah.
Could do without the gallows humor.
Oh. Where can I find Adelaide? Got questions about Zoe. Let's ask about
Over in the
Adelaide.
hothouse, tending crop.
Okay, I've got questions about
Tell
Zoe.
you what I can.
Nope.
What is it?
All done. Alright, we're all done. Oh, look. It's morning time. Let's go to the hothouse. This looks like a hothouse. Plus, that's where my cheater indicators point me. Sorry, waypoint marker.
Gosh, it's so
Adelaide.
Hungry, there's meat turning on the spit outside. If you're bearing illness, find a place to lay your head down and I'll fetch you a poultice. Whatever your troubles with Edgewater, leave them at the gates and be welcomed here. Any questions, dear?
And you're just so nice. You must be Adelaide. And just who are you now? I'm not here to join the camp. You must be Adelaide.
Been called that, among other things. Green Thumb, grandmother, the strange old lady who keeps flowers. But yes, Adelaide will do just fine.
Excuse me, Miss McDevitt? Sorry, it's just... You got such pretty trees in here.
Why, thank you. You're Robert's girl, aren't you? I remember when you were but a sprout. Thomas speaks of you often. Are you staying long? You should try some of my tobaccorn tea. I brew it in an old spittoon, but it's been cleaned.
Tobaccorn tea, that sounds delicious. Reed sent me to make peace with you. Is this your greenhouse? Looks like you made a home for yourself out here.
A home for anyone who's ever turned their backs on Edgewater. A home for those of us with nowhere left to go and nothing to lose. So, like the spores of the puffball, cast on the wind and alighting on fresh soil, we put down new roots.
Why'd you leave your old home?
It is an unpleasant story, dear. But the short of it is that sometimes one wakes up and realizes the place that was once her home for much of her life has changed. The home in which we spent our lives has left us behind, and so we must move on. And that is as much as I will say on the subject.
Is this your greenhouse?
No, dear. The garden belongs to us all. Life is the gift of the universe, and the universe yields its bounty equally, absent of prejudice.
Funny, never knew you could grow tripe in a garden. I'm surprised you managed to grow anything out here. Yeah, that one.
The soil around the Vale went sour years ago, but I found a way to sweeten it back up. The secret recipe is a little bit of elbow grease, a dash of love, and a heaping pile of special fertilizer.
Fertilizer does normally help. Reed sent me to make peace with you.
Reed Thompson? You here on behalf of that cold-eyed reptile?
That's a good description.
What's Reed's idea of peace, then?
You're living off power that belongs to town. Come back to the cannery. That's about it. Reed asked that you consider coming back to town. He's willing to make amends. Something about coming back to town or losing power. Wasn't really listening. Reed asked you to consider coming back to town. He's willing to make amends.
Make amends? Spare me. Only thing Reed knows how to make is a mess. Like everything else that comes out of Edgewater, that peace offering is canned. I and my own are living just fine out here by ourselves.
Reed asked me to divert your power over to him. He mentioned a geothermal plant. This is serious. I'm about to cut you off your power. Let's go with the first one.
He would do such a thing. The question is, why would you agree to his plans?
Your camp has a power regulator. I need it to repair my ship. My reasons are my own. Let's be honest with her. Maybe she can offer an alternative solution.
Cannery's got a regulator. You want ship parts, you ought to rip them out of the cannery's guts and leave us be. If you're going down to the plant, you should divert power away from Edgewater and toward our end of the grid. Think about it. You'd be liberating an entire town from a lifetime of service to that odious cannery. Seems the sort of thing a hero would do.
I'll consider it. What have you got against the town? I'm not looking to get mixed up in your problems. I just want to fix my ship. A hero to you, maybe. Let's ask her what she's got against the town.
You've seen that miserable excuse for
I think I know the answer.
Hollowed out workers laboring their lives away at the cannery, living off whatever scraps Spacer's choice throws them. You know that's true, don't you, Ms. Holcomb? Your father died of overwork. His heart gave out.
He was tired all the time, sure, but he was old, ma'am, and he raised me all by his lonesome.
Look what they did to this child. Lost her family to the company, and still she defends them.
You made your point clear enough. I'll see what I can do. I don't much like throwing that in her face to get me on your side. What have you against people trying to make a living? Let's say I help you. What happens to Edgewater? I don't much like you throwing that in her face to get me on your side.
I'm all right. I ain't so fragile.
That was unkind of me. I'm sorry, dear.
What have you got against people trying to make a living? Again, I think I know the answer to this. So let's go with, let's say I help you, what happens at Edgewater?
Life in Edgewater grinds to a halt. The cannery shuts down, workers desert in droves, and our own little camp grows and thrives.
Think Reed's just trying to spite you? Let's ask her that.
You bring power to Reed's town and you'll be killing us. Reed knows it. He's counting on it.
All right, I'll consider it.
I trust you will listen to your conscience.
See, I'm not big on the fact that they actually have a guard out here preventing people from leaving. So I think there's more to this story than meets the eye. I can't pick that up. Okay, that's fine. See if I can engage her anymore. This might sound strange, but I don't know where I am. When we first talked, I assumed you assumed I come to live here. Let's ask this first one.
That's not strange at all, dear. Few of us truly know where we are. The world can seem like a forest without end, and it is all too easy to lose one's way. But we must remember that being lost is the first step in discovering yourself.
Okay, that was the longest non-answer so far. No, I mean, I actually don't know where I am. Not the answer I was expecting, but you still cheered me up. Okay, no, I mean, I actually don't know where I am.
This is the old botanical lab in Emerald Vale, on Terra 2. By the look on your face, I'm guessing you're not quite following me. Are you not feeling well? Ought to lay your head down if you're running fever.
That's just, 70 years in a cryogenic sleep will do that to you. Just getting my bearings. My pod landed not too far from here. I was kidnapped by a crazy scientist shot into space, but thanks for asking. I was hoping all this is a bad dream. I'm still in hibernation. Yeah, let's say number 2 here. I was kidnapped by a crazy scientist shot into space, but thanks for asking.
That sounds like fever talk, all right. So why am I tempted to believe you? Where did you say you were from?
I didn't say. I arrived here from Earth. Does the Hope ring any bells? Yeah, everyone seems to know about the Hope. I'm sure she does. She's like got enough wisdom to know this.
Is that a new settlement of some kind?
Of course not.
I haven't kept news from outside the Veil.
Not exactly. It's a colony ship. Never met anyone from the Hope. There were thousands on that ship. Yeah, you never met anyone from the Hope. There were thousands on that ship.
Oh dear. I see what's happening. You've been taking Adrena time. That stuff will burn right through your upper story. Leave you raving and babbling. You ought to try some of my purgative tea. Won't cure what ails you, but it will distract you for a spell.
So she thinks I'm insane. You don't believe me?
Maybe I do. I don't know yet. Growing up, I heard my folks talking about the Hope.
There you go.
Always believed it was just a story we told ourselves to keep our spirits up. Listen, don't you worry about what I think. That's not important. Worry about what the board thinks of you going around talking about lost ships from decades past.
I'm not afraid of the board. Why? I haven't done anything wrong. Let's just talk about something else. Why? I'm not afraid. I haven't done anything wrong.
You carry on about coming here from another world, and people will talk. Talk leads to questions. Ask enough questions, and the board comes answering.
Not afraid of the board. Let's just talk about something else. I should go. Not afraid of the board.
But the board may have reason to fear you.
Yeah, checkmate. Let's talk about something else.
I'm listening.
When we first talked, you assumed I'd come to live here.
I am getting old, you know. These 2 lamps of mine are not as bright as they once were. Or I might have seen you for what you are.
I don't imagine you get a lot of visitors.
My dear, we are all visitors in a momentary universe. Our lives flicker in and out like the guttering of a flame. Here now, then gone. Me and mine are just carrying on as best we can, trying to live our lives in a way that does not feel wasted.
Why are you not telling me all this? Not in a bad way. Not a bad way to go about your life. Until your power cuts out anyway. Why are you telling me all this?
A little prattling never hurt anyone, dear. You might even catch a little sense, if you listen close enough. I can't stop you from conducting your business down at the plant. I just want you to know that if you take our power away, you will have brought an end to our way of life.
It deserves to come to an end. You could always continue your way of life back in town. Reed's making an offer in good faith. You should consider it. You could always continue your way of life back in town.
Not under Reed's watch. He and I would come to blows within a day, and he would never tolerate my tending to a garden. This is my home. It will be my home even if Reed cuts our power. Simple as that.
Reed's making an offer in good faith. You should consider it. You and Reed obviously have some sort of history. Yeah, that one.
That's because Reed was my boss. I was the cannery's one and only flavor specialist, you see. Remember that limited run of white chocolate saltuna? That was all me.
Perception. There's obviously more to it than that. Yeah, let's do that.
My son worked in that cannery. When the plague started coming, he was one of the first to fall sick. We had a store of medicine locked away, but Reed refused to treat him. Said my boy didn't deserve treatment. Said the medicine would have been wasted on him. So I buried my boy in the cemetery, gathered my belongings, and left. That's as much of the story as you need to hear.
So what do you guys think? I'm believing her. You guys believe her? I'm slowly siding with her. I'm guessing Reed has his own side of that story. Sounds like the town turns back on you. Let's say number one here.
I could not possibly care less if he does, but you're surely welcome to ask him.
We've talked enough. Let's leave. All right, let's head on over, talk to Reed again, see what happens. Might just put a bullet in Reed's head. That would solve things, wouldn't it? Because apparently in this game you can kill everybody. So, let's go have a little chat with Reed. And as a matter of fact, I am going to go ahead and save it yet again. Where's the cannery? It's this way, isn't it? No. Wait. Yeah, it's over this way, isn't it? Yeah, I think this is it right here. Yep. I need to talk to Reed here. Better give me some good answers. I don't care how many guards he's got hanging around here. Is there more through this door? Okay.
If you could see your way to getting us our power back, I'd appreciate it.
I got some questions.
Go ahead.
Have you taken a look around your town lately? What makes you think I could convince those deserters to come back? You seem pretty fixed on bringing Adelaide back to town. We need to have a word about this plague. You seem pretty fixed on bringing Adelaide back to town. That seems closest to what I'm looking for.
Adelaide was our only flavor specialist. We are a Saltuna canning institution. Saltuna without flavor is like a cysty pig without tumors, borderline inedible.
That sounds disgusting. Don't you people eat anything other than Saltuna? That sounds disgusting.
Begging your pardon, Saltuna is a staple in the diet of any self-respecting spacer. Were it up to me, friend, I'd stack our larders with Saltuna galore. No other brand of Saltuna adds as much vim or vigor to the body's humors. But, and this is something we must keep between the two of us, Saltuna is hard to come by. What with being a species indigenous to the seas of another world.
Hang on. So what you're canning here? So what are you canning here exactly? I'm starting to, yeah, I'm really starting to side with her. What world is that? Yeah. Let's do the canning.
Together some organic material from the surrounding environs. Mostly organic, mostly local mushrooms. Some of which possess a texture akin to a well-boiled slab of Saltuna. The difference is all but impossible to detect to any but the prissiest of palate.
Let me ask you something else.
Go ahead.
Have you taken a look around your town lately?
It is my job to keep 2 eyes on my town. I am the steward of this place, and this is my watch post.
So, yes or no? How long have you worked here?
I'm trying to remember, 25 years, 26. When you get to my age, the years just rush by. You stop counting altogether. I remember looking out this window and seeing the veils spread out from horizon to horizon. We were a sprawling town. We were booming. Times change, people change, but the veil will always be here. Spacer's choice will always be here. Our work won't ever end. I take comfort in that.
Yeah, he's a liar. You can't see out that window. Your town is falling to pieces. Yeah, your town's falling to pieces.
I wish you wouldn't say things like that.
Disagree? Doesn't make it any less true.
Yes, as a matter of fact. When I stand at my window and look out over my town...
There you go again, lying again.
I see decent, loyal, hard-working people. I see a family. We are all part of the Spacer's Choice family. We are all doing what we were brought into this world to do.
So you're loyal to Spacer's Choice. I think that's what he just said.
This is a Spacer's Choice town. We're all part of the Spacer's Choice family here. The company keeps us warm, keeps us fed, keeps us working. Loyalty's got nothing to do with it, friend. This is good old-fashioned gratitude.
All right. What do you think? Think you should put a bullet in his head? I don't know, guys. I don't know. But I'm looking here at the clock. We're past an hour, so I'm gonna end this part here. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next episode of The Outer Worlds. Y'all take care.